See? Alright. Rescue. There's a lot more work to be done.
Understood. Awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not stooping to Tartaglia's level.
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nazissenkreuz Institute. Alain Guillotin despised René's theories and methods, but he never managed.
I thought Alain was like a father to you.
And? What would...
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have...
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were at...
Hey, come on out.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your limbs?
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure.
Excuse you.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry?
We were worried.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this...
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but...
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Me?
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed.
Is she back? Is she really? Traveler! It's really you! Oh, thank goodness!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing...
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Ino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
Varka?
Oh, yeah, good point.
What? Ew, no! No, thank you. You're not my dad.
Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dotor...
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandrone...
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake. It always comes back to haunt you.
Our next step is to find a way to...
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must...
It sounds like she's on a specific path through time. The question is, where does that...
We considered that question as well.
Indeed not.
Nicole! You should...
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, but where Miss Columbina will end up along this road...
What about the original moons?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the 3 moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions of his will. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being.
Like I thought. No more paths back, but how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. They can just materialize out of thin air. survived.
You are the moon goddess. But... Please, there's no need.
I find that a little difficult.
The way you used my own power against me, and then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space...
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was when I first got here. How I cursed and devoured. I tore it, but to no avail. This is the second time I've entered this space. But this time I survived.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here, but there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun.
Tried to.
Yes. Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head. And then...
Her?
The Lindis. My... former lover.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of the...
More precisely, I saw her afterimage. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was anyway.
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my...
You'd like to know how I know. The one who resurrected me said so. Dottore. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were...
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Krai.
Moon Goddess?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it. But this is the only thing.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to...
Tholinda?
Yes. She's dead. But like I said, I saw her afterimage. I can sense that some part of her soul...
Why don't you go and speak to her?
I can't. I don't know why, but... I can't move freely in this. All I can see is a glimpse of her. Walking. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles. No, not in return. Yeah, I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me. And then I turned around and started using others. I think I grew tired of it long ago. But...
What do you wish?
All of it. My past.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill.
It's up to you. Love demands honesty. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life... There.
Even though Mr. Dainsleif felt he had to fight you, he said that you betrayed him. But he also felt great remorse at never having understood.
Why?
Because... if he'd known that someone could take a message to you...
I know this will sound strange coming from me, but... don't die, Moon Goddess.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that the Lindis? Hello, Miss the Lindis.
Who are you?
You can call me Columbina.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's...
Better than he was, huh?
Others have had a rough time on his account, too. And I'm not just talking about the children of the...
So, things got...
Are you sure you...
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. Ryrir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, but in the end, he came to regret his mistake. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey, but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Well, that's...
Wait. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow. Without the 3 moons' power.
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, and it's not just me, it's this whole place, wherever, I must seem so ridiculous. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria. Ryrir was one of the Venster King's retainers. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be... At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Venster King first found the prince. It was only after meeting the prince that the Venster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day I couldn't kill the Venster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Ryrir. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought new I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. But I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I didn't even... I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different.
How do you plan to...
Have you noticed the golden energy that based on my past research and my observations since coming, I can share what I've learned and help you. I think you just might... Also, the documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, I have no way of verifying any of it by this point.
Understood.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. About Ryrir.
It wasn't your...
That's not true. Because we both feared... But enough about that. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Ryrir, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end? Everything's getting blurry. Huh? Are you all right, little sister? Have you come?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later...
Am I...
Why do their birthplaces differ?
Also, remember what Sandrone said?
Technically, The result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't an.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead.
But at least she's trying.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beat that maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. And I know that even she—
We're not giving up on saving her.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandra.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help.
So—
Absolutely.
Duh! She's
Yes, Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but
computing power?
no. The issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's
That's a tricky...
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this.
Oh, what do we—
You don't get it, and I need accurate results, not fake.
Either way, we've done what we can.
Hawkeye is...
Let's go somewhere a little more. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah. She mentioned she would—
Things aren't looking good for Krai. She's gone to spread the word so that's— From what I know of Dottore, there are 2 possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he'll easily devour everything eventually. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, he once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he's always wanted to get his greedy hands on in the desert of Sumeru. There is a chessboard built by King Desh, but creating games and set— Now he has the Trilunar Authority. Either way, Dory will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other god. The 7 will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from— So on the bright side, even if Krai is—
That's good to know. But I'm—
There's a word for people who refuse to let—
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment.
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you—
Don't take this the wrong way, but... Dottore—
Not necessarily. It's
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal—
That's true. Dottore, still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously, I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, and as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that.
Just like Paimon said.
How much do you trust? This is a serious question.
Although she's with the Fatui, I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say— In that case, the 3 of us— It can be solved.
How much? If I—
Sometimes your heroism— Come on, let's go talk to her.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their thing.
That was fast.
Well, you said it was urgent.
Albedo,
I see. If I might ask.
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the 4 Orthants.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve it?
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong. She found the person with the solution.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it...
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that...
But where is he?
Come with me.
Hat Guy?
Hat Guy! No resp-
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers. It's very bad manners.
Oh, please. It doesn't...
Where does a mere student get that?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me, how do you...
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device.
Easier said than done. Only... Wait. Is that what you're suggesting?
You should be able to tell that I'm...
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems...
Conrian, to be precise. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most...
You.
The Traveler and I have talked it over. She's willing... It was built using wood from a silver white tree.
Conrian technology and Ermin, are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state...
I can put 2 and 2 together. Yeah.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before. I cannot guarantee your safety.
Doesn't matter.
Did you two actually talk this?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me and I trust you. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. This is what the core looks like.
A silver white branch.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right?
In theory, he should be fine. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure...
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to...
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two. And the Traveler.
He will have our undivided...
Aww, Hat Guy.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end.
The worst-case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think about it. Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become...
Sandrone will succeed, won't she?
She will. We all...
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
Call me Sonnet. Oh, goodness. You're Columbina. Hyposelenia. It was... friends. Huh? Oh, sorry. You must be... Do you mean the other two moon goddesses? Wow, you sure know a lot. Oh, I guess it's alright. You could say we were too prepared. I can't even remember how long my sisters and I have... When did you get here? How long has it been? I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever. I see. Are you feeling alright? You look a little unwell. I can hold out a while longer. We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you. I'm back! And look who I've brought with me! It's our lovely little sister! The pleasure is all mine. Allow me to introduce you to Column. This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon. And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon.
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please, forgive our little sister if she's been annoying you.
It's fine.
You seem shy.
Could you tell me where he... Please.
This is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
What? You're scared? No, I'm fine. Please.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to maintain Tevat.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond, to explore worlds vaster still.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principle.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first, nor did they. We coexisted in peace.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
And you didn't stop?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Tevat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power.
Only this was far beyond mere punishment.
Right. Their rules brought order. But the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too great. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but
the ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some...
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures?
And so began the war.
So, that's the name.
Well, who won in the end? As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won, although it came at a great cost. They remained in Tevat, where they... and the world's original master. And What of the moons?
You can tell us the truth, Colin.
Only the frost moon remains. But it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the heavenly principles. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war. So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But you're...
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the frost moon is cut off by the false sky.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but...
Then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner.
All the more reason not to spend this time in regret. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we...
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. Secondary process, scan for moons. Still 4. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all— Variable. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons Wait! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't... Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Teyvat. Even after... Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, why? What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the—
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way—
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no—
So you're saying, if she could
Yes. She certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so touch and go. I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luana's harm might be an anchor that she left behind. This could also explain why Luana's heart is always by the traveler's side.
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the question is...
Hello? Listen up! Not only is Columbina alive, but I'm still unclear on the details. But she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And
truly amazing.
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure—
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for ever—
How can the dead moons still live? And Luanatar...
It's...
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Teyvat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Teyvat. Have you? Of course. Between us?
It's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything...
In that case, have you tried using any of the— Sorry? There are passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality, or am I the only one who can use those passages?
Kuvaki.
You don't know? It's...
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the part of that you say is called Nodkra, but there is no difference in the elemental energy between there and anywhere else.
What? Could you show us some of this Kuvaki? Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Krai. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist anywhere in the world before we were in...
Let alone influence living creatures. This is so strange.
Columbina, you're
Yes. If I am to help my friends, I will need tri-lunar authority on par with that of our foe. You mean...
This sounds extremely... The three moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess...
I know.
Even so, let's say we successfully Nibelung constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to interfere in his war. No moon goddess can leave this...
What if...
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to
Columbina?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, you don't think she'd write it?
Seems Columbina may not talk a lot, but she...
Let's review what we... This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Raihir of Solnari, and with whom we celebrated Moon Prayer Night. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things, even our unique strengths and abilities. So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago... Oh. Traveler, you once said that those golden rip... What if Columbina left Luanatar here, if she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her?
Oh, yeah!
Nefer, wait. If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eyes, they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This is the...
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement.
Yes.
Are you sure you don't want some time?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rerir.
Then at least let me take some precautions on your behalf. And if you really do lose your sight, I'll...
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to...
As if I could ever scare you.
All right, enough.
All done.
Good. Now... Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Between the Tri-Lunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the... I think I might know how to get back. Time to go talk it over with... I hope it's not too dangerous. Come on.
It seems you have reached. I'm all ears.
Have you figured it out? Tell us.
I intend to die here, in this moment. What? And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. Not a single ray of moonlight. And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message? No. Come again? They will find my message.
I'm not following.
It's quite simple, real. First, I will leave my soul here.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean your divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed anything. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has been cast beyond the false sky, but I can, in a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now. But how do you just leave your soul here? On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remains. And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact. While the power...
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant? Yes. I shall turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Krai. That power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future. However, I would need your help to do this.
Oh, dear sister, you need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of a bygone age. You, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future. And don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Can you imagine? Now, I finally get to...
Kennen?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request.
Oh, no, please. I was just... You cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. The Frostmoon Scion, for the three of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Teyvat. It is a great relief to know that the people of this, if your plan can save them, and save not. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Kennen.
Still, I do...
Certainly.
Why do you cover your eyes?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. There was a time when I refused to look upon the world. I wished to hide my feelings.
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. Promise me this, Columbina. I'm sure that you know this already, but that... Give me your hand, Columbina. Arya, Son...
Okay.
All right.
We once were the song sung for eternity, but now it is you who must continue to sing.
We once were the tides in the great river of time.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration.
We are souls awaiting the sun.
Is it done?
Yes. We have transferred the authority over all 3 moons to Cullum. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the 3 moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over their remains following our disappearance will still take place.
I understand. Sisters, oh, my body. It feels...
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all.
We have one final request, Columbina. Could you use the 3 moons' power to send now that we have lost our powers? It's just... we would...
Of course. Sonnet, don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. Don't forget. I'm so glad to have a big sister like you.
I'm okay. I'm not afraid. As long as my sisters are with me.
It looks like this is goodbye, sisters.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body. May it become the moonlight that keeps... So this is why Krai was not always home to Kuvaki. It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land. And only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because... And the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul. O power Tri-Lune, eternal moonlight. I, Columbina Hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home. That was crazy! Were we even allowed? Can you still see?
I see too.
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma?
Surely you jest, I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must have realized the immense toll that the ritual would take and purposely set aside some of her power in the past to There is always a great...
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eyes were, despite being separated by time and space, we still
don't even know if she's okay right now.
We'll get you back some.
Well, based on the information we now have...
Thanks to these gentlemen, we have a much clearer picture of the situation. The civilian population has been moved to safety.
Miss Androne, how are the
So far, so good. I'll keep seeing how far...
There's still a long road ahead.
Our plan is clear. Time is short.
There's just never enough time. All right! We'll do our part, too.
Yeah.
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the light realm's power, but I'm no expert in building elemental defenses. Sounds like something out of the advanced elemental theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little flustered when they're completely out of their depth?
You were the very picture of confidence back when you approached...
Eh, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's to say I'm not just
Oh gosh, really?
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand a chance of summoning Barbados from things have never looked bleaker than they do now.
Oh, you think so? Actually... Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Tevat has faced annihilation many times in the past, but it all...
Hey, don't give me that.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case...
I thought you might...
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom...
Well, that has less to do with her wisdom, and more to do with my power.
Of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build... I don't think it's a question of if they'll fail. Durin's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dottore is constantly expanding his territory. First, it's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest of Krai. Rather, if Miss Androne's calculations are correct, well, they're the closest thing to certainty we have in this situation. Anyway, her calculations suggest that our best hope for victory lies in Miss Columbina. It's up to us to slow Dottore's advance and by time...
Are you asking me to help you with building the
No. I'd like you to... When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him. You were an angel once and a mage now.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering the terms you fought for during our three-way talks?
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt. But if you're happy to agree to the change in location, then yes, let's do that.
You're cashing in on this much sooner than I'd imagined.
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not get another chance.
Very well. The mages have heard the knight's plot. To tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how we might help you all, so I didn't come empty.
This is... wow.
It's been many long years since I had a chance to dazzle humanity with a little Anyway, Knight of Boreas, go now. May the angel's blessing deliver you safely to your destination.
You're here. Sandrone! How are things? Glad you asked. You two are about to become the first people to lay eyes upon... Hey! Whatever. Come, feast your eyes on this.
Never seen something like this before.
This meter displays the progress of my formula. Once it's finished running, I'll deliver it right to your side. And what do you mean, deliver it? Ugh, you're such a greenhorn. This isn't the kind of formula. Ugh, whatever. I'll share the data with you. Nicole's agreed. There. Now. Wow! Look at that! About time you recognize. Anyway, that's all from me. That might sound harsh to you, but close supervision is a common practice in the Fatui. I'm kinda stuck here while the formula's running, so I need you to be...
Thankfully, Miss Nicole has come to our aid.
Golden Flame. Yes, based on the latest message from Grandmaster Varka, the situation should be more stable with her.
Albedo! Durin!
Hello there, you two.
Are you well rested?
That's good to hear. As per the plan, Albedo and I will be in charge of Nasha Town. As Dottoro's energy field expands, it's creeping ever closer in that direction.
We fought side by side many times before, and I believe this time will be no different.
Traveler, Paimon.
Twins! How's it...
Fairly well, if I do say so myself.
Ooh.
To be honest, I am not usually fond of exercising my full strength. For one thing, it's hardly conducive to maintaining a low profile. I am conserving my strength until the moment of battle is upon us.
Seeing you get into the zone like this really puts Paimon at ease. Huh, Traveler?
I consider it an honor. Rest well. I look
Yes, Miss Moonchanter? What are you...
You always address me in the strangest ways.
Yes, and?
Not as such. It's...
Uh-huh. That's my name.
The point is I don't add any honorifics or...
Meaning what?
That... maybe we're on...
Is that how you see it?
Never! Wilma!
Paimon!
Just swinging by to check in on you. How are things going?
Don't worry about me. I won't...
And I give my all. Ah, yes. Allow me to... All done. You're both in good shape.
You're welcome.
Paimon will keep an eye...
I'm glad to hear it.
Sure thing!
Here they come.
As we expect.
Get ready, everyone.
Take your position.
Let's begin.
I'm at the ready.
Waste of time.
Yours go!
Bombs away!
The long sleep beckons. Be silent. Observe. You're to dust. Close your eyes.
It's your turn. Your skull!
For the everlasting forest, leave this place.
The mystery unravels.
These creatures cannot stand against us.
No fighting talk. Just don't let your guard down.
That goes without saying. I'm hardly the risk taker in this group.
Excuse me? No more lies. The deception ends here.
Intel!
By the frost moon of old, receive my blessing.
Can't hide the truth. No more lies. Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels.
For the everlasting forest, lush as the moonlight,
taking. Stay back! Okay! New life! Huh, that was easier than I thought.
Naturally.
What do you mean?
Receive my blessing. With one heart, we pray.
Run while you can. There's no way to hide.
The deception ends here. It all adds up. No more lies.
Observe. Be silent. People have always used fire to drive away wild beasts.
Wouldn't a lantern work just as well?
You read my mind, my dear friend. I was just about to say that.
All right then, dear friend. Bring the light.
Close your eyes. To dust. Beast.
You're looking well. I trust you've had a good couple of days.
Dottore.
It's actually a good thing, in my view. And so, we are no longer on the same level, but you are nonetheless worthy of my respect. And in any case, it The experiment begins. With the marrow of the three moons in my hand, behold the false moons fall!
Bombs away!
Found! Moon's remnant!
Close your eyes.
Entropy! First, like an axe in my palm.
Oh. I've moved inside another space. And it's sealed off. Looking at the structure of it, it seems like Dottore intends to trap us here. There's no exit. Our endurance is about to be put to the test.
Moon's remnants fall! Entropy! Did you honestly think I would hit stalling for time? How inefficient. Weak.
Water jet!
Foul.
Looks like Dottore has opted for a divide and conquer strategy. But we will not allow him to triumph. Now, I shall pray for our victory.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Did you honestly think that would hit me? Be shackled!
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth. No more lies. Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Reverse. Be annihilated, that which cannot stand against me.
I better wrap this up. What's this supposed to be? A knockoff version of the space Columbina got trapped in? There really is no way out. We'll see about that, Dottore.
How dull. My apologies. I had not intended to take your teammates from you. But you have a choice. Obey, and I can release them. An excellent deal, if you ask me. Won't you consider it? Pathetic. I'm aware you've been working on some little tricks to my guess would be that... Speaking of Columbina, I once saw her as like a younger sister, but then one day she suddenly decided she would refuse. It's such a pity.
You're not fit to be.
That I can't do. So many people, all upset. And then there's you. But I maintain that I approached you in good faith. So, I will offer you another chance. Will you work with me? You have until I count 1, 2, 3.
Not in a million years.
What a pleasant...
You're as sick and twisted as ever. Sandrone.
Funnily enough, I was just discussing a collaboration...
Gone to wit.
I said that everyone would...
And what makes you...
I was planning on disposing of your little formula after wrapping up more Is this your life's work? This piece of trash? Your formula formula runs too slowly, Sandrone. You put your hope for success on others instead of fighting dirty. That is why you have failed. Now, whom should I slay first? Any volunteers? No one? How nice of you to leave the decision to me. Oh, how unexpected. Sandrone, any last words for me, comrade?
Is there anything you wish for?
Not really. But I've always known what I don't want. Go to hell, Dottore.
And now, you have failed. Now you see how fragile mechanical contraptions are. Just a gentle tap, and they fall to pieces. However keen of an inventor Sandrone may have been, of course I have to commend her for making it this far. Now, it is... My count was interrupted, but the second chance I extended to you still stands. By now, I'm sure you have gained a greater appreciation for the Not in the mood to talk. I'll change the topic to something more. Objectively speaking, she had her strengths. It is remarkable how she extracted and even optimized the world, but her inability to trust was her undoing. But regrettably, she was a stubborn...
Dottore. Maybe this is news to you, but people can change. Columbina surprised you when she escaped, and you can twist the truth however you want, but I see it clear as day.
Is that how... By this point, what can you... It is pointless to fight on. You've already lost.
Wrong. You can't win this, Dottore.
What?
My formula can get us 90% of the way. It will connect you to Columbina. Then, I will bring the formula's output to the Traveler's side. For the last 10%, do whatever it takes. Just bring the moon down.
Never be yours.
I turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Krai. My soul I leave here to inform my future friends. Lastly, I will hide the Trilune Authority within the Frost Moon. And when my body, soul, and authority are reunited, finally... It's been too long. I'm back. Stay focused on the battle, Traveler.
What a touching reunion. Though I personally find myself repulsed by the sight of weaklings huddled together for war. Now you're quite finished patting yourselves on the back. Show me how long you can struggle before you drown.
Watch out, Columbina! He can manipulate space itself!
I know. Wait for the right moment. We'll strike together.
Did you honestly think that... Entropy bends to me. Pathetic. Enough! The first, like an ant in my palm.
I grant you the new moon's blessing. The new moon shines upon you.
I am growing weird.
It's over, Dottore! Time to pay for your heinous crimes!
No longer is the world power.
Our future is not yours to command!
So you rather wallow in this rotten, decaying world?
The moonlight dispels the darkness.
So you rather wallow in this rotten, decaying world?
Everlasting as the moon.
So you rather wallow? So close. I was so close to the new... Willfully blind. How can you be so satisfied with your fate?
was never about fate. It's about friends, family, and the home you stole from them.
So dull. Only the weak rely on each other for comfort. You shall see. Once I transcend fate, you will be nothing but fodder for my grand experiment!
That will never happen. No. This world is our home.
No, you're doing it wrong.
What are you—
The new moon, Mom! It looks different than before, does— also...
All right. I suppose today is a special day after all.
Extra, extra! Get the post-disaster report! The voyage begins today!
I knew things would be different.
They say a new moon goddess has been...
A new moon goddess?
I guess so. Hey, since we've come all the...
Are you a convert?
Oh, come on, what...
Come on! We gotta get there early!
Shh, keep it down! This is...
Why is it so noisy outside? It's okay. What about you? Still winding down from everything that's happened? Or are you wondering how our friend... Okay, if you... What we just went through was... Luanatar disappeared after Columbina came back. Still... Anyway, you... So... Chin up, Traveler. Hey! Don't poke fun. Paimon didn't think you'd mention it. You have no idea how anxious Paimon was. She was... Well... If you really want to show Paimon you're sorry, you're gonna need to make it up to her. Okay.
Huh? Hey there, Traveler and Paimon! Good morning!
Morning, Yehuda! Here for some...
Oh, I've already eaten. Careful there, Paimon!
Yeah, she'd probably be saying that to Aino.
True.
Well, nothing like a region-wide...
Try telling Boss Neff that. She's not exactly convinced that...
Really? But if...
probably 'cause... I think things will work out. The
Paimon's with you on that.
All right. Life slowly... were you about to head out?
Yeah. We were gonna...
Sounds good.
Please accept today's boon.
Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her?
Hello there. Would you...
And I know too? What are you talking about,
In the wake of the disaster, it's all at times like these,
And we're using eggs and heating tubes to make that a reality. Enough! Did you hear that?
That's because it's true, I know. Proposal. If you...
No way. Well, that proposal... I need something to get me through the hard time. Mom!
Yes, dear.
Excuse me. Could I... She helped us get safely out of Krai. But...
Oops.
Shall we move to the open space near the center?
Thank you!
Aren't you the...
You underestimate yourself.
Not at all. I rarely come by Nosh.
All in good
But you're much further ahead on that road, aren't you?
You're not seeing the full picture. There is no question about it.
You say it like you wouldn't make the...
I am most flattered that... Sigh a little less, Master Ilua. That is precisely why Starshin and Nikita felt safe.
I'm sure we all also agree that we would sooner die of dehydration.
My apology.
Whatever. I'll take the job. By the way...
Oh, it's quite the who's who of Krai. I'm sure you will find speaking...
If you say so. But... I'll do it.
An admirable attitude to take. We have the chance to...
Yeah.
Quite a few familiar faces have arrived.
Wow! Everyone's here!
You seem well rested.
I know no one's asked, but I'm sure you all want to know, so let me... Well, great, but...
I'm sure you had a sneaky
Wait, how'd you...
I'm sure you must be...
Yeah, you could say that again. Every time I get news from Monst... Honestly, once things are wrapped up...
Hey, looks like someone's taking the stage.
Can everyone see okay? Anyone need a boost?
I'll just listen.
You're taking this pretty seriously.
Well, it's not every day that I get the chance to see how people speak in official settings.
Soak it up like a sponge. I'll make sure you...
Mr. Varka, are you forgetting that I'm not a Knight of Favonius?
I can knight you.
Is he joking?
You'll have to figure this one out for yourself.
It is my honor to host the opening ceremony.
Could this person also have been pushed onto the big stage by the real big shot?
We come here today, having weathered the trials and hardships of yesterday.
All right, here we go. Uh-oh, looks like I know some...
Come on, get the speech over with already.
Krai is our home, the land we rely on for survival. And as we chart a course for the future, may we...
Looks like we'll have more opportunity.
I'm sure you'll cope, Lady Moonchanter. Unfortunately, I suspect I'll be too busy at the curatorium.
That'll be all right. I'll just check your schedule.
So giving my employees extra work...
I thought you'd approve. Aren't you forever?
That's a bold statement.
Columbina's return has brought joy to all who care. As for the Frost Moon Scions, it is up to us to make our hope.
I like the word
You don't?
I'm just not as optimistic as you. The Frost Moon Scions should count themselves lucky that they have a leader as stubborn, but Krai's a big place.
Well, that's where you and your methods come in. Unless...
For now, yes. And that won't change until this venture becomes worth my while.
What would make it worth your while?
Getting out more than I put in. Right now, I'd barely break even. But I'll grow.
Then maybe it's worth.
All right. You can stop now.
Hey, you two! Congrats!
Nefer was trying to dissuade me from adding to her employees' workload. Also,
Sorry, what?
Your conversations are always the most Would you two care to join me for some tea before heading to your next...
Nicole? Wait.
Sadly not. I'm otherwise occupied right now. If it's any consolation, let me say, perhaps you'll feel better if you focus on the fact...
Okay?
No, or not yet, anyway.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Not for the time being. Just think of this as a general check-in to make sure this communication system is still running smoothly. Besides...
you could have just said so. Paimon got all worked up for nothing still. The best friendships are built. It's never gonna stop being weird having tea with you when you're not there and just talking to thin air.
All right, fair point. I'll bear that in mind for next...
Yeah. Any update?
Alice just informed me that they had their work cut out for them. And now everyone's thoroughly exhausted. The disruption caused by this disaster has made Tevat easier to detect from the outside universe. She plans to wait for things to stabilize, then reschedule her Mondstadt vacation. As for me, I agree with Hat Guy's perspective. This is a time when many new we have to remain vigilant. And I did notice that the energy in Krai changed somewhat after the War of Funerary Flame. It looks like I'll have to... It's just doing my duty. Of course. To give you the full picture... Never mind. Paimon's right. Showing off my knowledge would be much more satisfying in person. By the way, you did receive the gifts. They're quite similar to the protective talisman that Alice...
Oh!
Indeed. We went to great lengths to make sure they were invisible. Anyway, I'll contact you if anything else crops up. If... Oh... My Angela, you should head to the docks next. Your friend...
You're here.
You're here too, Hecka!
No. I'm bound for Sumeru, and she for Fontaine. We just happened across... Everything seems fine. Sandrone may have an abominable temper.
You always speak as if...
Maybe I'm just a good judge of...
I certainly hope that's all that... Regardless, you have been a significant...
I didn't do anything. Sandrone's the one who completed a seemingly impossible formula and turned the...
Even we were unaware that Sandrone had hidden... She managed to fool Dottore into thinking the formula was running in her system. By install...
She probably realized that she didn't have the strength to stop Dottore. She always...
Well, that's why I'm traveling to Fontaine. She made a request of me long ago, and the time has come to fulfill it. She said that should she ever fail in a mission, she'd like me to deliver her core and Polonia's to the Fontaine Research Institute. She also mentioned that she had made arrangements for people there to set her affairs in order. Some of her personal effects, such as her notes, were left to me. I've decided to take them back to the House of the Hearth. However, there is one book among them that I'd like to leave in your care. I'll have someone deliver it to your residence at the flag... No. I was specifically... This is her last wish, and I will abide by it. I can only hope so. I bade farewell to Colin. She spent a long... Sandrone's passing has left a great wound in all of our hearts. But Columbina surprised me. She offered me some word. She never used to act like this. Huh. Snezhnaya now realizes that the arrest warrant for Columbina was just a ploy by Dottore. I shall return to Krai to see her as soon as I find the time. Columbina Hyposelenia's journey is only my ship. A traveler. Paimon?
What are you still bumming around for? I thought today was the day you... You're afraid you won't like the Well...
Don't say that!
Fair point. They say blood's thicker than water. No matter what the truth turns out to be, finding the truth is important. But more important still is what you choose to do once you've found it. At least, that's the life lesson I've learned from my experience. What? Now that Dottore's dead and gone? A little. Maybe I regret not getting to end his life with my own hands. Either way, I'm going back to Sumeru. Lesser Lord Kusanali is gonna need help dealing with all the chaos Dotori left in his wake. Not just from this. You should continue with your journey, as you've always done.
So, what should we do now? After all, when Columbina said she knew where your ship was hidden, Paimon promised to... It hasn't been all that long since we were last apart. Paimon's sure you'd better... No matter if you can't make sense of something, let's give it... Feel better now? Alrighty. can't quite believe we're meeting out here. We've gotten used to walking over to Silver Moon Hall whenever we go see you.
Well, it's just, now that it's all over, I've decided to make some changes. The older generation are still timid around me. They don't dare get too close. And they bow their heads, but things are much better with the children. Hopefully, by the time the next Moon Prayer night comes around.
You'll do fine, Columbina.
You really think so? When we
were just starting out then.
I'm only teasing. I know that I have you to thank for pulling me back down to solid ground. It feels good to finally stand firm on the earth where I was born.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you. I'll make sure not to lose it this time. Well then, are you ready?
Ether, what happened? It's time to learn the truth. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Then let me open the way for you.
Where does this lead?
To our shared destination.
Huh?
Do you remember me telling you about my missing prologue back when we... But while I was inside the moon's reflection, I realized the story of the time before I was born wasn't... But when I... Yes, your spaceship. All this time, it has been the great ruler of the firmament.
Wait, them? Why would they do it?
I don't know. Perhaps your ship contains something... Oh, did I pick a bad time to say that? Maybe I should have waited until you were on the...
That would have been...
Oh?
Whatever is hiding in that ship, no one else has the right to decide whether I should or shouldn't know about it. Not even the heavenly principles.
Very well.
You two take care of...
Rest assured, Paimon. Thinking about the story that will...
Yes.
And stories like that... I don't believe in endings.
Where am I?
This is the pathway I built between Teyvat and the Frost Moon. The moon is very far away from us, so it could be a long journey. After I obtained the Trilunar Authority, I unwittingly saw past events from many of my friends' lives. One was Lauma. She was so young when they chose her to be the Moon Chanter. From then on, the Frost Moon Scions looked to her to bring messages from their goddess. But, for better or worse, I had left Hisi Island before she was ever born. It was not until much, much later that she met me.
I think it's for the best. Because of the way things turned out, you had the opportunity to become friends.
You're right. In that sense, I think we were both very lucky. Oh, and about that mage, Nicole. I only recently learned that she has lived in Teyvat since the time of the Three Moon Sisters. The Moon Goddesses always had a good relationship with the angels. I suppose our friendship continues that tradition. And then, I never knew that much about her, beyond the fact that she was created by someone called the Lord Artificer. She, too, suffered for a long time before joining the Fatui. How I wish I could talk to her again. Even if only to hear her say nasty things to me. Also, I saw your siblings' story. I'm afraid I didn't see much. It seems that he rarely came to the surface, where the moonlight shines. But I did notice that back when you first set out on your journey, he would often appear nearby, gazing at you from afar with a guilty look in his eyes.
Ether...
Let us speak no more of the past. I probably shouldn't reveal so much about my friends. It's not my place. Let the moonlight carry us forth. We are very close now. After this, I'd like to bring some kuhenki to the moon as well. If they're willing, of course.
What about your other friends? Will you bring them to visit too?
Certainly. But I'll need to tidy the place up first. This home hasn't received any guests in a long, long time. I remember writing something similar with you on Moon Prayer Night. I believe it was called...
Dodoko's Whirligig.
Yes, that was it. You asked me if I was afraid to return to the moon, and I said that I was. The idea that I had gained something precious, only to lose it so quickly. That frightened me. But I'm not afraid anymore. Besides, this time, we're traveling together. We're here. Over there.
Our spaceship.
It's huge. I suppose that the moon is the only place one could hide it. It'll be all right.
Huh?
The way you feel in this moment. Solitude for me once meant living a life in which even I was absent. But that night, solitude meant throwing away the life I had gained after meeting all of you.
Columbina.
Go. Retrieve the part of your life that was once lost. Trust me, you will lose nothing by doing so. Look, Tavad is right there. All of our friends are down there.
You're right. Thanks, Columbina.
Finished?
Yeah. Why did you take your eye mask off?
Well, since my return, besides, I've always wondered how Tevat looks from the moon.
And what do you...
It's beautiful. I could spend a whole day here just gazing at it. What about you? What do you think of the truth you found? I haven't looked at another person's expression in...
Keep this up, and it won't be long before you give Nefer a run for her money.
Oh, I don't think that's going to
I read the spaceship's flight logs. I always assumed that this was my first time in Tevat. I thought that Ether and I must have been hibernating in space for centuries on end, but the logs show that our spaceship flew over the skies of Tevat.
Flew over?
No. The ship barely came to a stop before flying on again. After that, it continued traveling through space for a long time. Some of the data is... It was only after that that the ship made a forced landing in Krai. When Ether found me, he came from outside the ship. Could this mean that he left the ship long before I did? Maybe even...
Are you alright?
Yes. I can feel that... I remember Ether telling me that when he first arrived in Conria, so this might be something that even he doesn't know.
Here, I made some space for you. Your mind must be racing.
Oh, wait, there's one more...
What is it?
Wait here a moment. Hey, Columbina.
Is that...
An old one, technically. It's been in a cabinet inside the ship this whole time. It's a matching pair with Ether's. He always liked this set more.
Huh. I don't think there's a huge difference.
Really?
Yes. It's still the same Traveler.
Home is wherever Ether is. But then after... Yes. I'd say it's my home.
Would you change your answer if Tevat changed appearance?
I don't know. But I don't think so. The truth is not what matters most to me about Tevat.
When I was first born, I longed for a home. And when you get something before you're mature enough to understand the world, you just take it at face value. I thought that a home was a transaction. But you and your friends taught me what a true home should look like.
That's because your friendship matters to us.
But after journeying to the distant past where the story began, I realized that it was I who chose Krai to be my future home. Now, I am glad that I made that choice.
I'm sure your friends are just as glad.
In fact, I intend to make the same choice today as I did back then.
What do you mean?
Well, I've given the Eternal Moon's Marrow to Lauma, and the Iridescent Moon's Marrow to Arlecchino, and now, I shall return my Kuvagi to Krai again.
Wait! But...
I won't. Not this time. The Frost Moon has now entered the false sky, and I am the Tri-Lune Goddess. I am only returning to Krai the part of me that it needs. Oh.
For me?
Yes. Come closer.
What was that?
I lifted some of the restrictions this world placed on you.
My power. It feels... Thank you.
You're welcome. I see you here. This flower is for you.
Isn't this a moon prayer blossom?
Yes. Don't worry. You will never see these flowers lose their color again. I'm finally discovering the joy of giving.
Hey, better. What are you thinking about now?
Why don't you take a guess?
I don't think I'll get it in one guess. But I'm sure it's a happy thought.
That's kind of a sneaky answer. Down into that. The moon seemed put on the moon. Everything feels so close by. The haze that once enshrouded the skies has finally been dispersed. I feel like a traveler on a winter's night. I don't have a lot of luggage, but I do have a lot of hope for the future. Next, to start with, I want to stay here just a little longer. After that, let's...
These clothes bring back so many memories.
The journey goes on, like I said. This is not the end. Oh, Most people would probably tell you to pack some... In fact, it is home to quite a wondrous heat source. I think they call it Kreshnik's. I sensed the energy it gave off as I was passing by on a I also recommend the Korolievsky troupe in Snezhnogrod. They give performances quite regularly, and entry was free for harbingers. Ice cold and sharp. Crystal clear in some ways, yet profound. That's just the impression that In fact, I don't think the people of Snezh... Maybe that's because the Tsaritsa herself has never acknowledged, nor accepted that power. There's Regrator, the Rooster, and the Jester. Between them, they control a lot of what happens in Snezhnaya. But I can never wrap my head around how exactly power is split between them. I noticed that the Rooster and Regrator often appeared to get along on the surface, while working against each other, but I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Now that I think about it, the term Mistelton often seemed to come up in connection with Project Stuja. Once things settle down in Krai, I'd like to explore the world beyond Snezhnaya. You've told me so many stories about the other places you've been to. It would also help me learn more about the journey that has made you into the person you are today. Okay. It shall cast down its true moonlight.
To Jean. This preamble is such a... I trust that Dern has updated you all on recent... The good news is, we managed to... As for the Fatui, not counting the Damselette, aka the Moon God, we found ourselves allied in this instance with both the Knave and... As ever, we find ourselves better off for making friends rather than enemies. But in a short while... Wait. How am I meant to surprise everyone if I tell them in the letter that I'm heading home? Well, that'll be a... Okay, I will begin sending the expeditionary team back home in wait. I hope they won't gloss over the details of my many heroic... I think of Mondstadt daily. Please give every... P.S. The honorary knight went above and beyond this time. Are there any other honors we can give her? I'll leave it with you. P.P.S. Please be extra nice to Klee for the foreseeable future. I cashed in on the last favor that the Hexencircle owed us, so we need to earn some more goodwill. If there's any serious problems, feel free to stick me in solitary confinement when I get back. Whew. And that is... And with the moon shining down brighter than ever, I think everyone is gonna sleep well tonight.
It's you two.
It's okay. Just tell us. What? Sorry. Paimon was just a little surprised. And that's it? Just, yeah, kinda. But on second thought, it does kinda make sense. Palomina can't go wherever she wants right now, so a trip to the tap.
It's not just how things are now. Even back when I was with the Fatui.
Wait a sec. Come to think of it, a tavern is kinda out of the question, but a
Really?
But don't set your expectations.
Flavor. I don't have much experience ordering drinks, so I'm not sure where to start. Perhaps something that is...
what do you...
heavy like...
That comparison makes it even more confusing.
Okay. Whatever you think. Yes. Oh, there was a time when I failed to understand. I sensed vitality in the very texture. With each bite, I felt a refreshing, and that's how I came to understand.
Oh.
Then, we complete That is why I prefer fresh fruit. And reminds me of what I
Ad Astra ab...
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Woolga. Definitely be something that catches your eye. Welcome. Today's recommendation.
Yeah.